Picture your kitchen counter right now. A cereal bowl from breakfast, milk gone stiff at the bottom. Mail stacked by the door, half opened. A sweater on the couch because hanging it up felt like one more thing. Shoes kicked off wherever they landed. A grocery bag still sitting on the counter from yesterday, never emptied. None of it's dirty, it's just everywhere, quietly piling up while you're not looking. You clean it up. A few days later, it's back. You buy the bins. You watch the videos. You lose a whole Saturday getting it spotless. By Tuesday, it's like nothing happened. Sound familiar? Here's the thing nobody tells you. The problem was never how hard you worked. The problem is that your home was never set up to stay clean in the first place. You've been fighting the mess after it shows up, instead of stopping it from ever showing up at all. It's like bailing water out of a boat instead of patching the hole. You can bail all weekend and still wake up wet on Monday. In Japan, homes stay tidy without hours of scrubbing, not because people are naturally neater, not because they have some secret gene for order, because 6 small habits quietly stop the mess before it ever starts. None of them take more than a few minutes. None of them need special products, fancy storage systems, or a total life overhaul. They work anywhere, in any home, in any country, whether you're in a tiny apartment or a big house with kids running through it. Let's get into them. In Japan, cleaning isn't a task you schedule. It's a reflex built into every other task you're already doing. Picture a normal morning. You finish breakfast. The bowl goes in the sink. It waits there. An hour later, a glass joins it. By evening, 3 more bowls, a plate, maybe a pan. Now it's a pile, and piles feel like work, so you avoid the kitchen entirely. Now picture it the Japanese way. You finish breakfast, you rinse the bowl, you put it away. 30 seconds, barely a thought. No pile ever forms, because nothing was ever left behind to start one. Here's what that means for you. Cleaning isn't something you save for later, dreading it the whole time. It's a small step folded into the task you're already doing. Wipe the counter while the kettle boils. Wash the pan while dinner cools. Hang the towel the second you're done with it. Nothing waits, nothing builds. Mess isn't one big event. Mess is 100 small things nobody finished. It's the bowl, then the mail, then the shoes, then the sweater on the couch, each one small enough to ignore. All of them together big enough to ruin your Saturday. In Japanese homes, ask anyone with their eyes closed where the sunglasses are. They'll get it right every single time. Why? Every object has exactly one place. The keys go on the hook. The sunglasses go on the shelf. The phone charger goes back in the same drawer. Not because someone's strict about it, not because there's a rule taped to the wall, because a thing with no home makes your whole house its home. Try this for yourself. Right now, close your eyes. Where's your wallet? Your keys? If your answer is somewhere on the counter or probably the couch, that guess is the problem. Think about how it starts. One object without a place lands on the table, then the chair, then the floor. It becomes 5 objects, then 20, and suddenly every surface in your home is doing double duty as storage. The junk drawer didn't start as a junk drawer. It started as one thing with nowhere else to go. Give a thing a place, and putting it back stops being a chore. It just becomes the last step of using it, as automatic as turning off a light on your way out of a room. Japanese homes are famously small and famously calm. That's not a coincidence, and it's not luck, it's math. More stuff doesn't just mean more clutter sitting around. It means more to dust, more to move out of the way, more decisions to make about where things go. Every single object you own quietly asks something of you. Where do I go? Do you still need me? Should you have let me go months ago? Now imagine a shelf with 3 things on it instead of 15. Your eyes land on it and just rest. Compare that to a counter buried under mail, chargers, half-used candles, and things you swore you'd deal with this weekend. You don't need a small house. You just need one honest habit. Once a week, let go of one thing you don't use anymore. One drawer you dread opening. One shelf that's stopped being useful and started being a hiding place for clutter. Owning less isn't a sacrifice, and it isn't about living with nothing. It's fewer things quietly asking for your attention every day. Many Japanese households do the exact same short ritual. 5 minutes right before bed, everything goes back where it belongs. A cushion gets fluffed. A laptop gets closed and put away. The mail gets sorted into its place. Shoes get lined up by the door. 5 minutes. That's the entire habit, and it's almost embarrassingly simple. Steal this exactly as it is tonight. Skip it, and tomorrow starts with yesterday's mess still sitting there, waiting for you before you've even had coffee. Do it, and tomorrow starts clean before the day even begins. You walk into a calm room instead of a reminder of everything you didn't finish. Walk into almost any home in Japan, and the very first thing you do, without thinking, is take off your shoes. It's not a suggestion. It's automatic, built in since childhood. Think about everywhere your shoes have actually been today. The sidewalk, the office floor, a gas station, a parking lot. Now think about all of that, every bit of it, walking straight into your kitchen, your bedroom, wherever your shoes end up. You don't need a formal entryway to copy this. You need a mat by the door and a rule you actually keep. No exceptions for just running in for a second. Shoes off every time. One habit at the door does the work of an hour of mopping later. Your floors stay cleaner without you lifting a broom, just because of what you stopped letting in. In Japan, students training at a local dojo sweep the floor themselves, before and after every practice. No one else does it for them. They're taught early, without much explanation needed. This space is yours, so it's yours to care for. That mindset doesn't stay at the dojo. It follows people home, and it stays for life. Not because guests are coming over, not because someone's watching or keeping score, because it's the place they live in every single day, and that's reason enough. Bring that same mindset into your own house. When you actually care about a space, you naturally take better care of it, without needing a checklist. You wipe the counter without being asked. You put the bowl away without thinking twice. And here's the payoff. The other 5 habits stop feeling like effort, start feeling like normal life. They stop being tasks and become just how you live. A clean home isn't built in one big weekend push. It's built in small moments, repeated day after day, until you stop noticing you're doing them at all. That's the real difference between a home that's always clean and one that's always about to be. It was never about working harder. It was always about not letting the mess get a head start. So here's what I'd ask you to try. Not all 6 at once, just one. Tonight, before bed, take 5 minutes. Put one thing back where it belongs. Wipe one counter. Not because it's dirty, but because tomorrow you'll walk into a home that's already calm, already yours, already done. Maybe the truth is this: you don't need more time to clean. You never did. You don't need to be a different kind of person, more disciplined, more organized, more anything. You just need a few habits that stop the mess before it starts. So you're never fighting the same battle every single weekend. Leave a like. Tell me in the comments which of these 6 habits you're starting tonight. Share this with someone whose counter looks exactly like the one we started with. We'll see you in the next video.